Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through one of the, or arguably one of the most important workflows that we've built at KeeperHub. In this case, it's the safe signing alert. So if you're using a safe multisig or another multisig solution to manage your funds, whether it's a protocol, treasury, a DAO, or your own wallet, then this workflow is set to protect you from one of the most dangerous attack vectors in DeFi right now. So you've probably heard about a lot of these recent high-profile exploits where attackers hijacked the signing interface of a safe, injected the malicious JavaScript, then swapped the normal transaction into something much more dangerous. We're talking about hundreds of millions lost because of a single transaction type change that nobody caught in time. And this workflow is set to catch exactly that. So let me show you how it works. What I have open here is KeeperHub. I am going to just go ahead and open up these collapse sections. And I have a project called Safe. And here I have a few different workflows. I have one that monitors owner changes, module installation, threshold change, guard change, treasury balance watcher. But the one that we have that we want to sort of dive deeper into is the safe signing alert. So let me collapse these again. So here's a safe signing alert workflow. What it does is pretty straightforward, but also very critical. It polls your safe for pending transaction. And for each one, it checks whether the transaction is a call or a delegate call. So in safe terms, that's operation 0 versus operation 1. A regular call, operation 0, means the transaction executes a function directly within your safe, and that's normal. That's what you want most of your transactions to look like. A delegate call, which is operation 1, is different. It delegates execution to an external smart contract, and that's exactly the mechanism that was exploited in one of these major hacks. The attacker swaps a call to delegate call, and then suddenly your safe is running an external code it was never supposed to run. And this workflow monitors that and runs a risk assessment on every pending transaction and sends you a Discord alert with the details. And if it's a delegate call, it flags it as critical and tells you not to sign. So let me show you this in action. I've already, in a different tab here, created a transaction, and it's currently pending. So this workflow, I haven't actually activated in the top right, as you see, because then it'll just run every minute. That, trigger type, you can decide what should look like. Should it be block-based? Should it be event-based? Webhook, schedule, and in this case, it's cron. So every minute. Could also be every day or every 10 minutes or however often you want it to be. But for the sake of the demo, I'm simply just going to manually trigger the workflow. And if I do that, it will run. And as you can see here, it now has used the node of getting a pending transaction from safe. If we actually open up the logs here, you can see get pending transaction. The output of that is count 1, success true, and we also have operation 0. So kind of going back to what I mentioned earlier, this is a regular call. Now, this then has gone through these different steps. So let me just go back and run it once more. There we go. So you'll see here that because it wasn't a delegate call, the condition here that is based on whether or not it's a delegate call returns false. So it does not provide you with the critical alert. Instead, what it does is we use our node, which is a AI-powered analysis of this transaction. So it will kind of review the transaction and will send you an alert on Discord still. And I've taken a screenshot of that alert just to be able to showcase it here. Here we have the safe pending transaction in Discord. The risk is set to high. And the reason why is, for the sake of this demo, I created a new wallet in Safe that I'd never used before. So there's no contract interaction, but everything else is set to look fine. You have the value here, the operation, and then also the signatures. So you have the information available. Had that been a delegate call, we would have had the critical risk. And as you can see here, the properties then are broken down significantly, and you can then act on them accordingly. So this, I'm going to keep it simple now, but this workflow, we want to make sure that you guys have available. Everyone should be running a workflow like this or similar if you have multi-sigs in your environment. So for that, what we've done is we've created a hub, hence the name was a KeeperHub. And in the hub, we actually have these featured workflows. But more importantly, we also have safe specific workflows in here. So here we just have a few. I haven't added the specific one that we went through yet. I will be doing that. But already now you can see we have a treasury balance watcher for safe. We have an owner change alert. And all of these templates are readily available. So you can actually just click use template and it will duplicate it and create it in your environment. Obviously you need to then update the wallet, the safe wallet that you'll be monitoring instead of just the default one that will be in place. But then with that said, you can then actually have your multi-sig wallets, you know, all monitored and secured, at least so you can actually act on if any sort of changes happen. So without going into much more detail, that was sort of the premise of this video. Again, if you have any sort of specific template requests or multi-sig monitoring workflows that you have in mind, let us know. Otherwise, we do have an MCP server available. We recently released a blog post on keeperhub.com, and it breaks down how to connect your MCP server to your Claw client. And that could also be a great way to kind of really uncover kind of what workflows you want to create with Nose Safe, or even other workflows that you may have in mind that could be tied to your protocol, DAO, or even your own private project. So hopefully this was of use. Test out KeeperHub, you know, start contributing to the hub, templates, different examples. Like, we definitely want to hear from you and hope that you'll, you know, continue building with us. Thank you very much for listening.